for me, the most fascinating aspect of the Pluto files was watching the depth of emotion that people brought to bear on what they would believe to be the scientific reason for why they hold those thoughts, for why they have those beliefs. So in other words, you would say, I think Pluto is a planet. Well, why? And then they'd give a list of scientific reasons, but they'd be like weak reasons. They'd be, because I watched it happen. I watched it. So people would say, Pluto's a planet. Why? Well, because it has a moon, and planets have moons. And then a few years later, we found that an asteroid had a moon. And so they couldn't use that argument anymore because it was an unimpeachably little potato-shaped asteroid. And so they had to sort of abandon that. And you say, well, Pluto, and just to watch arguments come and go. And you realize that at the end of the day, it's all about people's emotions. Not all, but predominantly. And I was intrigued by this because it's emotions that drives art. Rational thoughts never drives people's creativity the way emotions do. And so the controversy jumped species, and it went out of the scientific community, out of the classroom, and landed in the laps of humorists, of cartoonists, of op-ed writers who write humorous op-eds. And everybody took a piece of Pluto. Death by Black Hole is a collection of my essays that I'd written over 10 years for Natural History magazine. And there's the title essay called Death by Black Hole in a section titled When the Universe Turns Bad, All the Ways the Cosmos Wants to Kill Us. It talks about gamma ray bursts and asteroid strikes and that sort of thing. But by and large, in spite of that title, the book is predominantly about how science works, with sections titled The Nature of Discovery and the Discovery of Nature, the how we've come to learn what we know about the universe. And so I've gotten very good feedback, very positive feedback on that book, because people, it's not just telling you what to know, it's empowering you how to think about the physical world. And about that, I'm proud that I've succeeded in that way. It was a side benefit that I had not anticipated. I thought that as a minimum, I teach a little bit about black holes and the universe, but people have deeply appreciated and resonated with the rest of what the book is, which allows you to take on a little bit of the lens that so many scientists take for granted. It's the lens of curiosity folded with the lens of the empowerment of a thought. This is not simply what to know about the universe, it's how to think about the universe. So you can go on and feel more connected than you ever had been before. I want to write a book on the educational system, how best to train people to think. To be scientifically literate, I think, is important, something we're lacking in school. We think science literacy flows out of, well, how many science facts can you recite, rather than how is your brain wired for thinking. And it's the brain wiring that I'm more interested in rather than the facts that come out of the curriculum or the lesson plan that's been proposed.